Republican Representative Louis Gohmert was caught promoting violence over the recent loss of his insane lawsuit against Mike Pence. So you have Republican on Republican crime. Louis Gohmert, of course, filed this lawsuit, which sought to empower Vice President Mike Pence to overturn the election in Donald Trump's favor, to not certify the results. So now Gohmert and several other Republicans sued Pence on Monday in an effort to grant him the authority to count Trump electors in key states won by President-elect Joe Biden during a joint session of Congress on January 6th to certify the Electoral College results. So this is what conservatives were calling like the Pence card. And so the whole plan was, oh man, just you wait till January 6th when Mike Pence comes and actually hands the presidency over to Donald Trump. And he remains vice president because he can do that in Congress. No, he can't. Literally, he can't do that. Which, of course, since he couldn't do that, you had Trump-appointed federal judge Jeremy Knudl dismissing the case, writing that they lacked standing, which led to this fun little video clip. Take a look.
It has got an unconstitutional provision. If I don't have standing to do that, nobody does. And if the appropriate defendant is not the vice president that under the Constitution has the power to make that determination, then there is no. But the bottom line is the court is saying, we're not going to touch this. You have no remedy. Basically, in effect, the ruling would be that you got to go to the streets and be as violent as Antifa and BLM.
Well, let me ask you, Congressman Gohmert. I mean, technically, the ball is still in the vice president.
Okay. Notice how she looked. Okay. Gohmert. I wonder why she wanted to interrupt him so bad. I know, that's Newsmax. And they say some crazy stuff there. But anyway, look, that was fantastic. Again, Gohmert saying, well, if this doesn't turn out the way that I want, then we should go in the streets and be as violent as BLM and Antifa. Oh, really? First off, nobody's more violent in this country than the right wing and conservatives. I mean, look, you look at it, right-wingers have bombed abortion clinics. They've done mass shootings. They've attacked members of the LGBT+ community, trans rights. It doesn't even come close. Okay, it doesn't even come close. The far right is the most dangerous group in America, and we have studies to point this out. We have actual data that has documented that right-wing terrorism in this country, done by people with this far-right ideology, has done more damage, has killed more American citizens than fundamentalist Islamic terrorism, and certainly way more than BLM and Antifa. Okay, first of all, I don't even know who how many people has BLM killed? None that I can tell. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. All right, no, the far right is the most dangerous group in this country, and look, it's insane that there are people want to compare that to all the right-wing violence in this country, to Antifa burning like a couple of buildings in a car, or a couple of cars. And I think maybe two people were killed by people in Antifa, I think, at most. And so, and by the way, Antifa is not even like a whole group. It's an ideology. And so, it's the whole thing, again, it's super ridiculous. That said, here comes the hilarious backpedal. So now Gohmert comes out later after he realized he made a big oopsie. And he said this. He said that he has long advocated for following the teaching and example of Dr. Martin Luther King of peaceful protest. I guess except when it comes to black people. He added, violence is not the answer. The appropriate answer is to courts and self-governing bodies resolving disputes as intended. Okay, then why did you say you had to go out in the street and be violent? That's weird. I mean, again, this has got nothing to do with Pence's role as a person who counts the electors anyway. None of this makes any sense. But like, you look at it, and it's very, very obvious that they're just caping desperately for Donald Trump. It is amazing how little these Republicans actually give a damn about not only the rule of law, of course, but also facts, logic, and reason. They just don't care. Now, attorneys for Pence responded to the lawsuit on Friday by asking the judge to dismiss the case, and that's exactly what happened, arguing that these plaintiffs' suit is not a proper vehicle for addressing those issues because plaintiffs have sued the wrong defendant. Well, I'd love to see who they're going to sue next. The response also noted that with the lawsuit, Gohmert was asking the court to strip Pence of his ability to object to the results as a member of the House, which again, Mike Pence, when he is the tie-breaking vote as the vice president in the House. So that's what he can do. And the whole plan, again, is trying to get enough House Republicans to object to the certification of House results. Now, the thing is, that's not going to flip the election over to Donald Trump. And yet, what it's going to do is going to be a gigantic show. It's going to be performative. It's going to be theater, right? And so you've got Josh Hawley, who is out there, who's a member of the Senate, by the way, who is also objecting to this over in the Senate. And given that you have to have majorities in both chambers to sustain an objection, a vast majority, right? The effort is just going to do nothing overall other than just be performative. So, as I mentioned before, Senator Cruz, Josh Hawley, and the rest of these Republicans, they want the Trump base. They want the Trump base so they can win their elections because Trump just happens to be popular among the Republicans. So, as far as Louis Gohmert is concerned, he's not a smart person. This guy used to be a judge. Think about that. Yikes. Yikes. I think, though, Louis Gohmert is doing this because he actually believes in this. He really believes in this, just like Donald Trump does, that Trump did win the election. And that really does kind of show you how dumb both of them are. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.